Okay. Wow, okay. So I totally forgot how to do everything. Anywho, hi guys. It's been a while. Um, oops. I tried to do it before it was 2 months, but Twitch let me know it's been 2 months since I last streamed. Why has that happened? Well, because I had a case of the brain funkies. I have not been, diagnosed with depression, so I can't just say, oh, I'm depressed. So let's not go with that. Instead, we're going with the brain funk. But, I'm going to take this time to, reintroduce myself. Get to know you guys. Get to know me. I don't know. Yeah. And now you won't have a game that could potentially be spoiled because I beat Dawn Trail recently. Not my favorite. But who cares? Now it's just this. Do I know if I made this work? Absolutely not. So the stuff that says recent follower, subscriber, donation, is probably not gonna pop up. I'm very bad with technology. And I want you all to know this. So bad. I hope everyone can hear me. Because, like I said, it's been, unfortunately, 2 months. Let me see. That doesn't look like it's working. Good God. Can you please work? No? We're not gonna work? Oh, there we go. That looks like it's working now. Good morning. Sorry, can you hear me? I need to know if you can hear me. Things seem to be going. YouTube seems to be McFricking up. Let's see this. Is this going? Doodly doodly dee. Or no. What's going on here? Okay, that's working. How is YouTube the only one that's mad difficult for no reason? Okay. Oh, thank you. Anywho, so this layout is made by somebody I've just been using for all my stuff, like the little Sakura opening and all that. The same person made this, and I thought, oh, this is really cute. I love it. It works. I have the person in, what is it, my Twitch stuff. But you know what? Okay, that's working. Everything is working except for like YouTube. YouTube is mad terrible. Say something again in normal voice. Hello? Hello? Does that work? Is it working? Am I normal voicing enough? Wow. Here we go. Arfie is the person who made these overlays. bit soft. Gosh, dang it. Okay, hold on. I don't want to bring it up so loud. Hello, is it louder? Oh, what am I doing? Oh, yes, I was right. Golly. Can you hear me? Is it okay now? Yes? No? Not sure? Maybe you're just deaf, my bro. I know that's how you are. You keep saying that I am, but it's you. It's really just you. I could also check here. Hold on. Oh, is that louder? For some reason, my microphone was put down. I have no idea how when I haven't touched this. Okay. I clearly have a ghost. I don't want to think about it. Yippee, it's better. Okay. Yes, so I just noticed, simply from Twitch, that I have not streamed in 2 months. And I am so sorry for that. It's really hard when you have a case of the brain funk. I try not to be down on myself. That's the whole point of me doing this. To have confidence in myself, you know. But I still had the funky bits in my brain saying this was a waste. It's just like that. I tried not to. So I just took a break. Played games. Did it so that people didn't get, you know, it's gonna be super delayed. It's fine. I guess this is why I have like a little stream thing off to the side. The stream box is gonna be super delayed, but this little box thing that I have off to the side, it's keeping me up to date. So yippee for that. Anywho, beat Dawn Trail. Not my favorite. I did a ranking for Broham Sandwich over here. I rate it at the same ranking as Stormblood, which is bottom tier, but they're not terrible. They still have bits that make them good. Just wasn't for me. Like, when I put things on a bottom tier, at least for the Final Fantasy XIV, it doesn't mean that it's complete shit. Like, I have not seen something from Final Fantasy XIV that's complete hogwash. Well, story-wise, yes. I'm gonna keep trying. Hard stuff. Anywho, let's get back into this. It's me, Luna. And I am old. I can't figure out shenanigans when it comes to streaming, so I apologize. It's my old age. Last time I streamed, it was my birthday, so that made me even older. Hooray. Let's see. What else to do? I'm so bad at this. Talking is a hard thing to do. Especially when you're shy. I've been shy all my life to the point that I would hide behind my mother any chance I got. Not just my mother, pretty much everybody in my family I would hide behind. I was small enough. I'm still small enough, unfortunately. But yeah, only now, in my old age, am I actually talking to people, which is a big deal. Listen, bub. Your cute misunderstood baby is a lizard. I know you like him simply because of the Japanese voice actor. If he didn't have that handsome voice, would you still actually like him? Probably. I wish he had more stuff. I was very disappointed in that. Let's not get into that. Not yet, at least. Oh, let me close this. This might be pretty bad. Okay, maybe that helps. Or maybe even this. What the frick? Is this not working now? I'm tired of YouTube. YouTube is ass. Pretty sure everyone can agree that YouTube is garbage. It's like saying... It's saying that I stopped streaming there. Okay. I'm gonna leave that alone. Just... yeah. I don't want to touch that. My favorite character from Dawn Trail? Do I even like anyone? Really? Truly? Lovely. Thank you, airplane. I don't even know if I actually like anybody from Dawn. You know what? No. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Kuchia. Aaronville's mom. There we go. Aaronville's mom. She's best. Favorite character for Dawn Trail. I mean, I wish they had done more story on the other siblings in general. In fact, I feel like they still didn't even do much with Wook Lamont. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get more story from side shits. Like the Encyclopedia Eorzea or something. But you could easily just do that in the game, especially if you're starting something new. This is a completely new thing. Let us actually learn more about characters. Ay, my shoulder. But yeah, I feel like Zoralja deserved more stuff, and so did Kona. Koana? They spell it Koana. Kona. I feel like they just needed more stuff. It felt too just chewed in. Like how they treated the Scions for this expansion. Yoshi P admitted it. They just said, well, we just effed up everything. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel for Dawn Trail, but I don't want to continue to talk about Dawn Trail. That feels like I'm giving away spoilers. Try not to do spoiler. Just know it's on the lower ring with Stormblood for me. If you want to know my favorite one, I think I said my favorite was Shadowbringers. It was peak. Absolutely peak. Yes, Shadowbringers, and then I put Heaven's Ward. Then it was Endwalker. Then Stormblood and Dawn Trail are tied. Oh, wait. It was Shadowbringers, Heaven's Ward, Endwalker, A Realm Reborn, and Stormblood and Dawn Trail are tied. Shut up. I don't know. Are you sure that's how her name is spelled? I thought it was something else. I feel like Is that her name? Let me see now. I need to look it up. I can't even spell it, and it's right the frick there. I already spelled it wrong. Amazing. Oh, okay. Well then, they didn't even put the freaking right picture on this wiki. What? Okay. Doing my girl dirty. Anywho, she's favorite. Pronounced her name wrong. I played in French, so I don't know how to pronounce her name. They were saying it weirdly. Oh, my shoulder popped while I was rubbing my neck. I'm old, like I said. My body is in pain right now. The weather not helping. This rain from, what is it, Helene? Some name of a storm from Florida is really freaking me up. It doesn't help. Ugh. At all. Ugh. And then trying to pop my back does not work either. I need to go to a chiropractor so he could just crack me. Or she. But I have not seen a female chiropractor. Either way, somebody needs to crack my back. Maybe make me taller? That would be nice. I just need to be at an even 5 feet. Please. I'm so small. I'm tired of it. Oh. Hello, dog. You're not supposed to be here. You know I don't have any food, right? I don't. Don't look at my table like I do. I'm not ready for Nier Automata. I'm not. I already know it's a sad game. I was already crying from Nier Replicant. I was crying from Sinnoh Alice occasionally. I cried with Drakengard. So, I know I'm not ready, but I'm also ready because I'm stronger now. I played those games when I was younger, had more emotion. Now I'm dead to the world. So, I should be good. I shouldn't cry. I think. I know the music is nice. I'm excited for that. Okay. I'm excited for the music to actually understand where the music pops up because I've heard a lot of it. It's very comforting. Love the music. Yo, Kuliaku had hands when we were trying to do that damn mission. I'm scarred for life. I don't think I'll ever get over that freaking fight of constantly trying to kill it. Just so that we can unlock Behemoth. I wish Final Fantasy was as difficult with their Monster Hunter challenge as Monster Hunter's Behemoth was. Like, goddamn, Behemoth has hands. You can still F up, and I didn't even do the, what is it, Master Rank version. No, the extreme version in Monster Hunter. I don't want to. I'm scared. You have less time, too. I could barely beat things. While playing with Sword and Shield can be, you know, a cheese fest. If you're not doing the damage, you ain't doing shit. And then, me with my heavy bow gun, I constantly get chased by the monsters for no freaking reason. And I don't know, I feel like I'm not doing shit. I run out of ammo. What am I good for? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I've run out of all my ammo. I now just have normal ammo left, and that's not doing the big deeps that I want. I have something in my eye, but it's not the eye that was messed up last time. Okay, I got over it. It was just something in my eye. No, I am not cute. Unfortunately, I am small. I don't like being small. I'm very sad about it. Like, my mother told me that at one point she could have taken me to a doctor so that I could be stretched out, basically, and be a normal-sized human. And I'm like, but I'm a fox. Foxes are small. Well, not all of us. Everybody else around me is bigger than me, and I hate it. Doesn't help when I have my niece and nephew constantly like, hee, we're taller than you. It's very rude. I hate it. Oh, I cried from Sinnoh Alice because there was a few sad stories. I saw a lot of the translations for some stuff. But I definitely cried when the game, like, shut down. Because, you know, it's over. I played that game for, what, too many years. And then for it to shut down, it was like, oh. I don't have my waifu anymore. I'm depressed about that. No more Little Mermaid for me. And I was hoping they would do more, you know, like more Mother's Day stuff to see about other characters being turned into children, or give somebody else a chance to be the mother. I don't know. I wanted stuff like that. I was hoping. But yeah, I did cry when it closed down. Very sad. Also, damn, this delay be spicy. It's never been this delayed before. I guess because I'm trying to stream to other things. Listen, I hate being Sword and Shield, especially on, like, what is it, Safi? Because I'm out here just mostly hitting the air. Go to the room, Phoebe. I'm mostly hitting the air, completely not hitting the damn foot or the tail or the head, something that I can actually hit. And then it doesn't help when there's other people who are melee classes and hitting me. I mean, I think I did Rathalos Extreme. Yes, I did it with actual people, and it was a bitch. But it wasn't terrible. It could have been worse. And the reason I say it could have been worse is because obviously Behemoth in Monster Hunter is 1,000% worse. Behemoth in Monster Hunter is how Behemoth should be in Final Fantasy no matter what. The fact that we take over, like, we easily kill a Behemoth in Final Fantasy 14 every time it pops up is some bullshit. Behemoth is like a completely endgame monster. That's why it was such a big thing when you saw Behemoth pop up in the Realm Reborn trailer along with Odin. Odin's got hands. He can freaking still kill you for no reason. He kills you in one Zetsu Genshin, you know, his little cut thing. I forgot how to pronounce it, but he kills you. What did Behemoth do? All he got is a Ecliptic Meteor. Oh, I'm so scared. I can just hide behind a wall or a rock, and I don't die. That should always be like an enrage or something for Behemoth. Yeah, he kills you, especially in like deep dungeons. Listen here, buckaroo, I'm gonna fight you if you keep calling me small and cute. Anywho, I hope that they... You know what? Seeing the newest live letter, I hope that the new thing that, Phoebe, go over there. You're a distraction. I'm sorry. The dog likes to bother me, especially when I'm streaming. I don't know why. Kids are tall. I mean, they were tall when I was a kid. I had a few friends who were pretty big when I was a child. But now they're just freaking huge. My niece is like 5'5". I don't know how to translate that into centimeters off my head. I need to find the manga so I can read more Little Mermaid. That's also what I was waiting for. I wanted Little Mermaid's manga version. But they never even got to that. I'm gonna fight Square Enix. Whatever they're called. What do you mean I'm hoping for mommy Little Mermaid? Don't call me out on that. Maybe. It would have been great. Maybe she would have been in an apron or something like that. Oh god, no. Let's not, get into that. Yeah. Now I just seem, thirsty. You know what? What is a feet? Feet 2 centimeters. Let's see here. 5. I feel like that's bullshit. This what is this called? This converter is probably ass. Yeah, it's definitely ass. Can you do another? Okay, no, you can't. Oh, here we go. Oh. Or not. Or yes. Or no. Or yeah. Okay, yeah, I found it. Woohoo! Okay, so my niece, being at like probably 5'5" or maybe even 5'4", she's like 162 to 165 centimeters. And being that I am only, based off this, like 150 centimeters is bullshit. I hate it. And then the doctor's office is trying to make it out that I'm smaller than what I am. And I'm like, you clearly have a bad converter too. Oh yeah, the extreme people don't use their potions. That's the only reason that it made it hard. People were stupid when it came to using their they kept trying to heal with like second wind, or bloodbath, and it's like, no, you can only heal with your mega potion. There should be a behemoth savage. Speaking of, that's what I was in the middle of talking about. I hope that this new thing that's coming out with like what is it? Eden 9 Savage, now with 24 man. This is just Alliance raids. Savage. I want that. I'll do Crystal Tower if it means that it's in Savage mode and I have to use my brain. I'll do it. Fine. I'll probably end up hating it, but I'ma do it because it seems like it will be a whole lot more fun trying to do Savage with 24 people. And plus, we would have a Savage Behemoth, essentially. We would actually have to do the mechs that is in the Crystal Tower raid. We don't get to see the mechs, or we don't do it. We just power through them. But there are mechs that happen, and I want to see that. I want to see them worse. I want it to be extra spicy. That way, everyone can agree, I hate it, give us more. Unless they're assholes and they're like, I hate it. It's like Bozja. It's not like it's gonna take your XP down. No, this is just something you get to do with 24 people and suffer. I want it. I want it now. I'm excited about that. Just like I'm excited to potentially really suck at Nier Automata. Like, you're gonna see how bad I am at playing games. Unless I can do what I did one fight in Nier Replicant, where I was just constantly blocking. It was so good. It was so good. Oh, you see? Yeah, my niece is a normal size. I'm not. Everyone was saying that, oh, I'm like a fennec fox. No. No, I'm not. No, like her manga version for the game. That's what I wanted. Like, I wanted that whole chestnut, like they did with Alice and Snow and Ibara, you know, like them. I was denied my wife. Even though I had all of her jobs, I was very pleased with that. That's how you know that she was number one waifu. I had everything from her. Did I spend a lot of money on that game? Absolutely. She hated me. Occasionally. My more favorite jobs from her. She definitely tried to get away from me at any given point. And I was sad. because I just wanted her. And then you got my nephew, who's like, he's so mad because he's just like me, in which we're right there. We could be normal sizes, but he is 180 centimeters, like 180.34 it says. He's not there at 6 feet yet. Me and him, we're in the same league, which is kind of funny. Because, like, me and him were born in the same zodiac year. We're both monkeys, little monkey babies. And we're kind of the same, but, you know, not at the same time. He's more of an ass. I'm cutesy. Not as bad as him. Wow. Calling me out. I don't like this. Why are you bullying me? I'm so nice. Why are you bullying me? Please be nice to me. Okay. Girl, this is why your back is all effed up. The reason my back is all effed up is because of a car. Gosh, you need to unshrimp yourself. You're allergic. Unshrimpify. Let's do that. Let's all stretch. I'm doing it now. Ooh, my boobs are too heavy. But you should at least stretch, like, what is it, 10 minutes? Just take 10 minutes. Do some stretching. That way you can unshrimpify yourself. In fact, you just reminded me on health matters that I need to get water. I am so bad at remembering to drink water. Wait, what? Three deaths? And then, oh yeah! I'm stupid as hell. Yeah, that's the only way that it made it, you know, kind of hard. Because people sucked at healing themselves. I wish that it showed that you carded or something like that when you died, now that I've played Monster Hunter. They could have done some more stuff. It would have been fun. But then again, it would have been nice in Monster Hunter if you had the little res sound effect when you fought Behemoth and you came back. Man, I miss it. I kind of want to do it again. And then I'm going to suffer and be like, I never want to do this again. Just like, what is it, Leshen? God, I hate Leshen. I never want to do that shit again. I don't care if I can look like Geralt. I don't care. I hated it. I hated that fight so much. And I didn't even complete everything because the Puke died. I wanted to save the Puke, but I needed to save myself. So I didn't have to do it again. It nearly took all of my time to beat Leshen. I think it was like at 40 something minutes out of 50. God, I'd never want to do that fight again. And then I even did it with people. I did like basically the extreme version of Leshen, and that sucked. For some reason, I was the one who got killed. I was like a tank. I'm like, I'm doing absolutely nothing. My damage, subpar. It was mediocre. Why am I getting targeted? Was it because I was an easy target? I don't know. I hate it. I'm constantly targeted in Monster Hunter for no reason. I'm out here hoping that Monster Hunter Wilds doesn't, bully me. Can help with. I don't know. I've never really played Nier Automata. I guess they have auto botting and auto Wow, that sounds real noob. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try to have some skill. I always try to have some skill. Besides, my controller isn't broken on PlayStation yet. I say yet because everything I touch just explodes. Everybody keeps saying that I have some strong ass arms, and I'm like, I don't. My forearms are just a little big, but that doesn't mean anything. Sure, one time I broke a needle with my forearm, but that doesn't mean anything. Oh, you mean you bought it or you paid money inside of the game? I don't. Is there a way to pay money inside of Nier Automata? I don't know. I'm gonna figure this out when I play it this week. I'll see how that goes. What? He is. He's huge. And he's mean to me. He, puts his arm on top of my head. He takes my hand and he, crushes it sometimes. I don't know why. It hurts a lot, but I also got used to it. But sometimes he occasionally is a nice boy and he gives me stuff for free, like cheesecake, because he works at Cheesecake Factory. Or when I went to a concert with my niece, he gave me free coffee because God did I need it. I was so tired. No one is small like me. The only time you're small like me is if you have just been born. But it's more like we're both at the 11s of a size. I'm 4'11" and he's 5'11", and we're just not getting that extra bit to be at normal sizes. I just want to be 5 feet. It sucks because I'm so small. And then he feels like, man, I just want to be this height because I think he needs it for sports. I don't know. I think he needs to be a specific height for sports, and he does sports. I think he plays a catcher in baseball. He was playing basketball at some point, but he was like, I don't want to do this shit no more. And I'm like, I don't blame you. And he definitely doesn't play football, which thank God, because while he is big, he isn't bulky, and I don't think he'd be able to handle that. I mean, I wouldn't want him to play it. I'm still very protective of him, even though he's much older now. It doesn't help that I basically raised him along with my mom. This is what happens when you're like a teen mom. Even though you didn't do the whole teen mom thing. You just get that whole motherly instinct. I'm like that with both of them. Like my niece and nephew. I'm just like, oh, don't do this. I'm going to bring this just in case. Are you hungry? Did you use the bathroom before we went? You know, that sort of thing. Even though they both bully me, I think they love me. I think. I'm not sure. I can't talk for them. What is another game that Oh, you know what? I hope that I could find like an emulator or something, because there are games that are definitely not on Steam, and man, do I wish they were, that I want to play again. I want to play Shadow Hearts. I want people to see it. Shadow Hearts 1 and 2. Because that was a good game. Both of them. Did I play Shadow Hearts 3? No. Especially because the guy who made 1 and 2 did not even work on 3. I want to play those games so that I can be happy playing Penny Blood when it comes out. I'm already excited about Penny Blood. Because, obviously, I backed that. I'm down with it. You really want me to do lesson with you? Hails to the no. No! I didn't want Puke to die. He was a homie. He was helping me. He just died because of all those damn Jagaras. Those little shits. And every time I used the fire thing, it missed. I'm like, hello? You have a big, like, triangular AoE that you hit for, and how did you miss? I'm supposed to use it especially on the Jagaras, and it didn't kill them. I'm like, what is this shit? Anybody else could do it and they die, but if I did it, no. I'm like, this is some shit. I hate it. I did not want Puke to die. I wanted to save him. And then I think there's like another side quest in which I guess we needed to know what the Jakalakas were saying or something. It has symbols on the wall, and I guess you needed to be friends with the Jakalaka. I didn't actually look that up. Back to what I was saying before, in which I need like an emulator or something. I want to play Shadow Hearts again. That way you can see me doing the judgment ring. Sometimes I was really good. Sometimes I sucked. I was very good with the lottery though. The game was so fun, and it's so heartbreaking. Why did I play these games? Especially as a child. This stuff really messed with my brain chemistry. I play sad things. So this is why I'm playing Nier Automata, because I hear that it's sad. So if I cry, you're not allowed to make fun of me. Wow. I don't want to be bullyable. Listen, I cannot multitask. I don't want to use the pods. I mean, do I really have to use the pods? Oh god. Well, we'll see what happens when I play the game. I'm not looking forward to it now. You're just gonna see my skill issue, me constantly dying on something that's so simple, or me missing something that's so simple. I'm gonna definitely have to look up if I have to collect weapons, and then I'm gonna have to get a book to write down all the weapons, because I don't want to do what happened with the Nier Replicant. You know, I stopped playing the game. I didn't freaking finish it because I missed one weapon. I'm so mad. I was almost there. Oh, yes. That is like the first game that I also paid for mobilely, especially. Sino Alice really was the GOAT at getting your money. Especially if you had a waifu. It had that desire sensor. It's like, oh, do you want Snow White? Do you? Too bad. You're gonna have to spark her. Or just as you're like, okay, I've resigned myself to knowing I'm going to have to spark this character. I'll do enough to spark the person. And just as you're doing the last pull that would give you the sparkable moment, that's when you get them. And you're like, yay. Thanks for that. I didn't want that. I was so mad. That happened to me too many times. I wish that they did allow you to get, like, the other jobs you didn't have before to complete your collections. Like, there were some collab events that I didn't get jobs for, and I was like, well, that sucks. I can never get those. But then again, it doesn't mean anything because I can never get my game stuff back. It took me too long to figure out how to download that other app. And then I couldn't back anything up because the game was gone. And I'm sad because I wanted to see, like, the different weapons that I had on different characters, the way that they set it up. It would have been nice. I would have had probably some nice wallpapers. Now I'm sad about Sinnoh Alice again. I'm going to not think about it so that I don't get sad. Okay, let's not think about it. Yeah, football is dangerous. This is why I wouldn't want anybody to play it. It's why I'm probably stupid, because I played it as a kid with my brothers. We all have brain damage. That's more than likely what happened. But yes, it's really bad. You can get some serious concussions with football. Every time I see football, I'm like, please don't hurt each other. Oh God, just pull him down. Pull his pants down. Maybe he'll fall down. That's a better way of getting him down. You don't have to tackle him. You know, it was so funny. I was trying to think of saying, what is it called? Meaningful things, and I already forgot what I wanted to say. It's perfect. My brain, it doesn't like working right. It's tired. Once again, the weather doesn't help the whole sleepiness. It's rainy and just a miserable kind of weather. Like, it's been so cloudy and all that stuff, and I'm hoping that it clears up after this week. Because how exciting next week technically is going to be. But I'm definitely not going to be streaming. Even though I'm trying to do this to get back into the whole streaming biz. Yeah, I'm just gonna be busy. You know, life and stuff. Also, Friend. Friend is coming. Yippee. Exciting for Friend. I'm scared though. I'm a mess in real life. I can at least kind of pretend that I'm cool online, but I'm a mess. And I'm old. Walking is going to hurt. And I'm probably gonna have to put on actual sneakers. Me, I'm not that kind of person. I've just been wearing sandals. Even in the winter. Who cares? I've been wearing sandals. Just don't make me put on socks or shoes that would enclose my foot. I know this sounds weird and probably kinky to people, but no. I don't want my feet to be bound by a shoe. I just want them to breathe. But if it was my nephew, he'd be like, "Oh God, put your dogs away." He's mean, so don't listen to him. I just want to be free. I mean, I can run better barefoot. Which sucks that, there's so much glass and rocks on the ground. Why does it have to be like this? Have I ran outside barefoot? Absolutely. Have I regretted it? Also, absolutely. I've had glass in my feet way too many times. It's not fun. Especially when you have a fear of needles, and that's the only way to get it out. Ugh. Remembering that was terrible. I had to have my brothers hold me down while my mom basically had my leg in a headlock or a lock of some kind, just so that she can take out a piece of glass. It's not freaking fun. But my feet are actually tougher now because of that. Just running. I've caught people. It's very fun. Oh, okay. So long as I'm not alone at crying, I don't want to cry alone and everybody laughs at me. I will be even sadder. It's like, haha, you're crying at a game. Everybody does that here with me. They make fun of how emotional I am. And I'm like, you know what? At least I can shed tears. Here you are, constantly being angry. Over what? When I cry, it's like 30 minutes at best. But once I'm done crying, I feel better. I need ice cream afterwards, even though it hurts my stomach, but I feel better. But look at you, angry. And what are you gonna do about it? Just keep being angry. So I'll ram you. I'm better because I'm so emotional. This is why I need to look up if I have to collect freaking weapons. Okay? I'm gonna make sure I get all the weapons. I'm not gonna do a near replicant. The fact that you had to speak to some dude who doesn't even acknowledge you 3 times when you're a child is ass. Why? Why was that the weapon why was that even a way to get a weapon? Ugh. And the other thing that was so difficult for me to get the weapon was growing the flowers. That took forever. But when I finally did it, I was like, yippee! Wait, why am I at 99%? What do you mean I'm missing a weapon? What weapon could I possibly be missing? I had freaking papers filled with everything I had to unlock. What do you mean I'm missing a weapon? And then I found out it's that dude that you have to talk to at like the lighthouse 3 times while you're still kid near. But he doesn't acknowledge you for 3 freaking times. So it's like, of course I'm not gonna go back to him. He's not even saying shit to me. What do you mean I had to do it 3 times? I'm still so annoyed by that. I wanted to beat that game at 100% because, man, I was close. I had so many trophies. I beat Gretel in like 2 minutes. That was a trophy that was super hard to get. I even did the trophy in which you're getting chased by that, like, boar. I managed that trophy. That trophy was ridiculous to get. So, the fact that I'm just like, one weapon? Are you serious? Of course, I'm not going to play it again. I was broken from that. Even though I want to see the ending. I'm pretty sure the ending is very important. I had everything. I was ready too. I had another file just to sacrifice. I'm disappointed. Depressed and disappointed. Ooh, it's almost dinner time. Yes, as a youth, as a little kid, I played football. They mostly used me to get behind the lines because I was so small. And nobody really wanted to tackle me because they were like, we're gonna kill it. We're gonna kill the little one. It's like, nope. I'm just very fast. And then I also played football in school. I remember the teacher, like the gym teacher, was like, oh, you're Luna. You're the little sister to those brothers of yours. They were so good at sports. Which means you must be good at sports. And I wanted to say, no, I'm not good at sports. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm different. But as soon as he threw the football and I had to do the running down the gym to catch it because that was like a little test that we had to do, he was clapping for me because I did it so well, and then I had to throw it across the gymnasium to him, and he was like, oh, that was so perfect. You had a beautiful spiral when you threw it to me. You're definitely your brother's sister. And I'm like, okay. That's nice. Holy macaroni. Oh my god. You know what? That would make a whole lot of sense with a lot of the violence that I see with football players. That's so sad. That's gotta be so sad when they eventually find out. It makes me think of like Alzheimer's and stuff. I don't want to hear about sad stuff. Are you trying to make me cry on this live stream? Come on now. I'm just hanging in there. I do know that for gym, when I was in school, they constantly were like, oh, you're clearly the sister of these two brothers who were amazing. My brothers made basically a legacy, and I had to live up to that. Do you know how annoying that was? Especially when I'm quiet. Both of my brothers are not quiet. They make friends with anybody. I don't know how I made friends that I did. In fact, sometimes people just walked up to me and they're like, you're super quiet. You want to be friends? And I'm like, sure, okay, I guess. Did you expect me to do something bad in school? I was not going to do that and too tired to even want to come to school. No, I'm not wearing sneakers. Yeah, socks can burn. Socks can go down in hell where they belong. But sneakers require socks. Otherwise, you're going to have some stinky ass sneakers. That's what I wanted to try to say. But that was so many S's that it just broke my brain. I can't wear a lot of shoes. Especially because, like, since getting hit by the car, my right leg swells up. I don't know. I don't understand it. And it goes down from my hip all the way to my foot. And so it feels like I need to get wow, I can't say sneakers correctly. I feel like I need to get sneakers of 2 different sizes. And that's just not feasible. What? I mean, that doesn't sound fun. The flesh-eating worms. Okay. Yeah, I can understand not going barefoot, with that. I wouldn't either. I would die. Okay, yeah. That's worse than glass and other things that you can potentially get in your feet. I would love for the chat not to be so slow. Or my streaming. Ugh, so freaking delayed. I've actually stepped on glass and it hasn't punctured my foot. Even the smaller bits that are normally like so light that it could go into your skin, it just doesn't. Same thing with like splinters. Splinters don't go into my feet as much anymore because my feet have gotten tough. Tonka tough. Okay, no, I don't even know what that is. But my feet they got strong. So glass barely gets into my feet now. And I have walked over broken glass. I've also walked on Legos because my brother used to play with Legos and left it on the floor. And I've walked on them. It kind of hurts. I've gotten used to it. Maybe I can walk on fire if I ever do that challenge. That'd be interesting. It would hurt, probably. But I feel like my feet are the toughest bit of skin on me. Because everywhere else, no. Which is funny because, like, I bruise so easily. You might as well just call me a banana. Like, you could breathe on my skin and I'm bruised. But my feet, no, they can handle it. The only thing they can't handle is, tickles. I can eventually get over it on my feet. Yeah, my feet are just strong. So if somebody pisses me off, they're gonna get a swift kick to the face. And it's gonna hurt because my feet feel nothing. And that's good. Then again, I actually do fight, so... But I black out when I fight. Oh, man. But that could be a story for another time. A slightly fun story. Oh, my back. Now, what can I talk about? Damn. This is the hard thing about just talking. It's hard to just come up with stuff to talk about when you ain't got shit to talk about. I mean, I'm not doing a whole story time thing, so yeah. Being shy doesn't help. When you're not shy, this is so much easier to do. But when you're shy, it's just like... Silence is killing me. I only hear water running in the background. And I apologize for that. Oh, you know what? That's what I should talk about. So, while my stream currently is stupid delayed for some reason, when I'm playing my game on the PlayStation, I don't know if I managed to fix it or not, but I'm going to warn in case people do come and watch me stream near Automata. I have a video capture card that's really rinky-dink, but it's not an Elgato, which, let me tell you, I hate Elgato. If you ever see me advertising for Elgato, just know that I probably sold myself to the devil, but it sucks. Yes, I was small and new. So, the video capture card, it, kind of glitches or something like that. It looks perfectly fine when I stream normally, but when you watch the streams, it'll just kind of glitch every so once in a while. Before, it wasn't as bad. It was worse. It was a lot worse. It would occasionally just freeze, and it sucked. I would have to try to fix that. Now I've made it so that it sucks because it's glitchy. So that's just a warning, in case it's still doing that. Since I haven't actually seen if it's still doing that, I can't say that it's no longer doing that. Yay! I can't celebrate like that. But it does that. It does like a little glitch effect. So I understand if you don't want to stay and watch my streams because of that. Also, I occasionally have a dog that pops up. She loves to mess with me whenever I stream. And she will bark. She's rude. I try to keep her contained with my mother, but yeah, she somehow gets out. So that's another warning. The last warning would be that I live with people who just, they absolutely suck at not making noise. They really do. I love them, but they suck. They walk around, they open doors and close doors really loud. They wash dishes, cook stuff, they drop things. It happens. I also have upstairs neighbors who, I don't know what the freak they're doing. They're like tap dancing or some shit like that. Why are you wearing shoes in your house? Your home. Stop it. They also have kids who love to, I don't know, for some freaking reason, drop all of their goddamn toys on the floor. I don't know if you've ever seen like videos, because I know I have, where it's people making fun of what your upstairs neighbors are doing. All that legit happens here. I hate it. I constantly want to tell them, like, hey, you want to switch apartments just for like a minute or something, and then we get to show you exactly what you do so that they can get a taste of their own medicine, because God, they piss me off. I'm so tired. But those are some warnings about potential future streams. I'm hoping someday I can fix all of these, but for now we're just gonna have to deal with what I have. Exactly. Yeah, let me tell you, you know how everybody says, like, what is it? High school is the greatest years of your life, or some shit like that. My greatest years was middle school. Middle school was my anime life. I'm not joking. You see, I have my brother's legacy that I had to live up to, because every teacher in my middle school knew my brothers. And then, of course, my brothers had drama. So they were like, are you also going to cause drama? Are you going to be a problem in your own way? That's just how it was. And then there was like a whole sports moment that I had that was mad anime-esque. Like, it was so dramatic. You have no idea. I will tell you guys about that. So, like, what is it? I think it was soccer. So we were playing soccer. And in my school, they had certain students who showed promise while we were practicing, and you would be signed on to the All-Stars team. And so with the All-Stars, you have to obviously do good during the normal everyday gym, and then you would be on the team. Not everybody did it, so on and so forth. But every class had all-stars, and that's how we would play. So the rest of your classmates can be like in the audience, cheering you on, so on and so forth. And now, I was on the all-stars with my best friend, and we were just really good with the soccer, so on and so forth, whatever going on. The day of the all-star game, my best friend, she had gotten a call from in the school. The school said she had to go home. It was urgent. Her father was having a surgery. It was a big surgery. It was for his heart. And she was so nervous about this. And then, you know, that was just announced. We were just going to do the All-Star game. It was literally one period away, and this was a big game. And so we were like, it's okay. We're going to win this game for you. We're going to win this game for your dad. We're going to do it. And we managed to beat the game, but the way that the game came down to was a series of, like, what is it? Like penalty shots or some shit like that. Like every student that was on the all-star team had to line up, and then you had the goalie who had to stop as many as they could so that, you know, you can get a goal or something like that. And the goalies were really, really good. They managed to stop a whole lot. And it was getting down to like almost the end of the period, and we had to make this one goal. we managed to get that one goal, and we beat who we had to beat, and so that we won. And when we won, we all cried, we cheered, because we did this for my friend who couldn't be at the game, to the point that we didn't even have a substitute. Nobody else was really good, so we had to have somebody else just do extra work, or we were just playing a team, a player down, but we still kept up with the other class. It was a really big dramatic moment. If you had seen it, like, you would have been like, wow, this is so anime style. What the frick is this? No, what is this? Get out of here. How do I stop this? How do I get you out of here? God damn it. Oh, here we go. What? Strict. How do I block? There we go. Boom. Get out of here. Jesus. Okay. But yeah, it was a big anime like moment. My middle school years were crazy. The fact that I had like a full-on fist fight, actually multiple fist fights. Let me see. I need to catch up here. What? What? No, I have never seen creepy shows like that, because I am very squeamish. I freak out simply seeing fake show injuries. If you want me to watch something in which people actually had stuff bad happen to them, I'd faint. I would probably throw up. I'm not gonna do that. I ain't about that life. That scares me. I'm a wimp. What else happened in middle school? Oh yeah. So I had like 2 full-on fistfights. There was a girl, for some reason, I don't know, I can't even remember, but she was like a popular girl in the school. And for some reason, she wanted to fight me. I really have I cannot remember why. But like, her and her entourage of people were following me home while I was walking home. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. Would you leave me alone? And they're like, oh, you're just a bitch. You don't want to fight. And I'm like, I just want to go home. I just did school. I'm tired. I don't want to deal with this. So I fought her. I beat the shit out of her. Nobody else joined in because they were like, oh, she's gonna beat your ass. You ain't shit. Look at you. You're a little ass nerd. Or something like that. Then I beat the shit out of her. Did I use my book bag as a weapon? Absolutely. Was I scaring everybody else? You damn skippy. Everybody was like, what? What? How? You're so small. And I'm like, does anybody else want some? I have my book bag that's full of effing heavy books. You want to go? 'Cause we can go. Now that you stopped me from going home, I'm full of energy. I'm full of pep. I'm full of murderous intent. We can go. And they didn't like that. So they backed off. They took her bleeding ass home. And yeah, I really cannot remember why she wanted to fight me. But since that happened, all those people just, I don't know, respected me. They were like, hey, yo, what's up, Luna? What's good? Oh, do you want something from the store? And I'm like, no, thank you. I don't even. And that girl, she moved. Jesus. This is why I can't do a job like that. Like, I have like this fear with phones, especially. I don't know why. I think I can kind of figure out why. But I don't want to, assume or some shit. I don't know. But, yeah, I can't handle phone calls. And when I have to make the phone call, my heart just goes crazy. And I have to go somewhere where no one else is around just so I can make a phone call. I get so spooked. I hate it. And when I had to do a phone interview one time, I'm like, I couldn't handle it. But I get it. I'm trying to see if I can get a job helping animals. Not a veterinarian, but like, cleaning them. I don't mind cleaning puppos. That's fun. At least I have no problems with my puppo. Even though she gives everybody trouble. She doesn't give me trouble. But yeah, I'm trying to see about that. Even though my body doesn't want to do normal work, so I have to see if I even can. I'm hoping I can. Because, man, life be a struggle. Life be a struggle. Anywho, what was the other fight? Yes. Remember that whole anime moment talking about my best friend? So that same best friend, she... At the time for middle school, you weren't allowed to bring any electronics whatsoever, but with her, she needed to bring her cell phone because, her father. So they took her cell phone away at the beginning of class and they hold on to it. You have to go to like the detention room to pick it up at the end. So I was waiting for her until she got her stuff out of the detention room. I'm outside because you can't really stay unless you're going to detention or, you need to pick up your stuff from detention. Or you have after school classes, which I didn't at the time. So, I'm waiting for her outside, and there was this little shit. This, like, annoying little gremlin kid who kept bothering me. He bothered me throughout, like, the normal day. He was a classmate of mine, and he was just annoying as hell. He would occasionally be like one of the things he did was taking a tack that you stab into a cork board, something like that, or pin board. He would take a tack and put it close to my eye. Like, he got it really freaking close to my eyeball. And he was like, hey, 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 hey. And every time I would tell the teacher, he would stop doing it for that one time and he would keep doing it. He was a dick. Other things he's done was like, he's pulled on my hair. He would just randomly do that shit. And I'm pretty sure people would be like, oh, he has a crush on you. No, he was just a little bitch. So, after my friend had come out from the little detention with her phone and everything, we were going to walk home. She's gonna come over, stay with me for a bit because my house was very close to my school. Like 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Does that mean that I still wanted to go to school? Absolutely not. I hated it. Anywho, we were on our way to walking, but that little dick bat threw a rock at my best friend. Sure, she managed to dodge, but he threw a rock from behind. So it would have hit her in the back of the head if it did hit her. And I'm like, what the hell? What was that? So when I saw who the frick threw that shit, I was like, oh, it's you. Do you have a problem? And he's like, ha, I can do it again. And he threw more rocks. One hit me. And when that happened, that was a wrap. This was in the middle of winter. And at this time, I had my winter coat. I had to take off my winter coat because I was so enraged. I had nothing but heat coming off of me that this coat was just holding me back. I had to take that off along with my book bag, and I just attacked him. I can't really remember what happened. I do know that I tackled him to the ground. And when I came to, my friend was picking me off of him. That's all I can remember. I really could not remember what I did. I blacked out. And there's the dog. Oh my God. Apologies. Let me handle the dog for a second. Pardon? Okay, I'm back. So sorry about that. The dog just decided to try to protect me because she hears people outside. But yeah, I blacked out fighting that kid. I really could not remember anything except for my friend picking me up off of him. I can't even remember if I caused him to bleed or not. I do know that my knee was scraped against the ground. And while we were on our way to walking home, he decided to come and run up and slap me in the face. Then he ran away. But my best friend chased him down like a block, pushed him in the middle of the street, and he almost got hit by a car. If it wasn't for that crossing lady, he would have probably been hit by a car. But I do know that she pushed him in the middle of the street, kicked him while he was down because he was barely able to really get away after what I had done to him. But yeah, I don't know what the frick was wrong with people. They just wanted to mess with me in middle school, and I was not about that life. There was another kid who constantly got left back, so he was messing with me, and I beat the shit out of him with a ruler in the middle of class because I was sick of him messing with me. I was an angry little kid. And I was not taking any shit from anyone. Who cares if you were older than me? I don't care. I actually choked one of the kids once. Actually, I choked multiple children at the time. One of them, again, he was like a senior, and he messed with a friend of mine. He took off her hat from, once again, winter, and threw it on the ground and tried to spit on it. I managed to push him out of the way before he spit on it. And then, because, he has a hoodie, I wrapped that around his throat and pulled him down. His friends were like, yo, stop, you're killing him. Did I care? Absolutely not. I would have. Why are you messing with my friends? So, nobody messed with me since then. Obviously they knew not to mess with me. Sure, I was probably the smallest person in school. And they thought, oh, she's an easy target. No, I wasn't. And then I stood up for people who were not going to fight back. Another kid that I choked, this was with my actual hands that I choked him. So I have another friend. He's very close. I've known him for years. I still know him. We're still very close friends. He was hit poorly, terribly by a car. And he had to get a tube in his neck so that he could breathe and so on and so forth. He still kind of has that tube in his neck. But the friend that he was crossing the street with had unfortunately passed away. And at the time, other students in the school kept blaming him for our shared friend's death, his death. They were blaming him, and they just kept bullying my friend. They were just really rude. And you had this one kid who was talking a whole bunch of shit because, like me, I was sitting with my friend on the bleachers in gym because he can't play gym, not after the recent surgery and everything. And I was keeping him company. That way he doesn't feel lonely, and the teacher allowed me. But this one kid, he was talking a bunch of shit. He was like, oh, you caused his death. No one wants you alive. He was saying a bunch of shit. I couldn't remember everything that he said, but I do know that he wasn't going to talk no more. I, with my tiny little claws, dug my fingers into his throat. I grabbed him by his, esophagus? What is this thing? This part? Trachea? Maybe? I'm not gonna go into it. I grabbed his throat, and I really choked hard, to the point that my bit nails were digging into him. And he couldn't breathe. He was turning blue. And I said, you wanna keep talking? You wanna keep saying these terrible things? Because I can also kill you, right now. Continue to talk. Keep trying. I wanna see you keep trying. And after I let him go, and he coughed up a bunch of times, I didn't see him again. And mind you, I've seen him since I was in elementary school. And I never saw him again. In fact, I did see him move away the next day. I saw moving trucks and everything. I'm pretty sure it was planned in advance and all that stuff. But I like to pretend that it was because he was so afraid of pissing me off again. Believe me, anytime you messed with my friends, I was going to just kick your ass. Again, that same friend who had a surgery and a tube in his neck so that he could breathe was bullied by kids right outside of the cafeteria. And they started to try to stomp on him. I took off my book bag and I just started swinging it around, just swinging it in a circle to the point that the gym teacher who was praising me for my brother's legacy and everything, he was also for the cafeteria, right? And he was there and he was like, whoa, calm down. He had a little, was it a pincher grabber thingy, majiggy? You usually pick up trash with it if you don't want to bend over and stuff like that. He would usually do that to get students to go where they needed to go and everything. He took that and plucked me off of everyone because I was ready to fight every single kid that was bullying my friend. Did I hit a few of them with my book bag across the face? Absolutely. You damn well know it. Did I start going crazy and saying I was going to kill them all? Yeah. Because why are you messing with somebody who just had a traumatic experience? What the hell is wrong with you? Just know that middle school was where I popped off. I was crazy, very violent. And yes, pet groomer, that's something I'm hoping I can do. If anything, I can at least wash the doggos and maybe kitties if people want to wash their cats, even though the cats can wash themselves. Because I really don't know if I can do the whole cutting of the hair. I'm gonna make them all look really weird. But I've always wanted to help animals. I was just one with nature, even though I can't be around nature. I'm allergic to trees, all that. Trees, grass, other bits of nature. Literally, I get red dots on my skin. I sneeze to hell and back. But, I do love animals. I've loved animals forever. I remember I constantly wanted to adopt all black animals for some reason. I want a black dog, I want a black cat. I want a gorilla. I don't know what was wrong with me. But I do know that I was I want all my pets to be friends with each other. Friendship is amazing. I was a weird kid. I was a terrible kid, really. I don't even know how I'm alive. Like, how was I not kidnapped? I don't know. It's almost happened a few times. Like, when my mother went to do laundry, I was unfortunately the one that had to go with her every freaking time. And I would play right outside because there was like a parking lot. Very, a small parking lot still. I was there. And me being the dumb child that I was, the most fun I could do was run down the little hill of this little parking lot all the way to the back wall. Just slam myself into it. That was my idea of fun. Because the TV that they had at that laundromat, it was grainy and you couldn't see shit. You could hear sound, but there was nothing really that you could watch. And the stuff that they did put on was like those terrible telenovelas. They're not even called telenovelas. They were just crap. They were like, what, Only Children, General Hospital, those things. They're garbage. But that's all you could kind of see. It was so snowy and there was like no antenna to fix it. It was just so bad. And what am I doing? Why am I here? I can't do anything. I have nothing to do. I don't have like coloring books or anything. I don't have toys. Or well, like occasionally had toys, but there was no other kids there because it's a laundromat. So the fun that I had was clearly go from the very top of the entrance to this parking lot and run down the little hill right into the back of the wall. Just do that. That was the fun. And when there was some restaurants, they would see me. They gave me food for free because I was a little kid. I had nothing to do. I'm literally running into a wall for fun. And so they were like, clearly this dumb little child needs food. That might be interesting. I would get free fries. I loved it. There was a restaurant right next to the laundromat at one point. And one time they had me take care of their twin daughters. And they gave me food for free. They gave me chicken nuggets and french fries. And I was so happy. But very sad when they left. They weren't there for very long. And I was like, why? Their food was amazing. I wouldn't understand why they left. And then there was a corner store. At that corner store, I would constantly just plop myself in there, just walk on in, say hi to the owners, find some snickety snacks that I wanted, particularly cookies most of the time, and then I'd be like, I'm taking this, and walk right out. Did I have money to pay them? Absolutely not. I just took it. And one of the owners, he was perfectly fine with it. He was very nice, my favorite. The other one, he was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, taking this. This is for me. And he was like, no, you're not. Put that back. But I want it. Can I have it, please? Pretty please. And because I said it like that, he was like, okay, fine, you can take it, but I'm telling your mother. And I'm like, yay! And I would walk away with snacks, and then my mother would come and she'd be like, didn't I tell you people, please stop giving my daughter snacks. She's going to continue to do this. She's going to continue to believe that currency is not a thing. And they said, but she's so cute. How can we say no to that? Look at her face. Look at her dimples. She smiled at me, and all those dimples lit up. She deserves the cookies. It's okay. It's just a little loss. Eventually, they decided to open up a, ledger or something like that. And anything that I just took, they would just write it down, and my father would have to pay for it, and that was perfect. You see, I don't like that man. I don't. So anytime that I can mess with him, I'm very happy about. Of course, I liked him back when I was a child, because it's a child. Of course they're gonna like their parents. Unless they, do stuff. But, yeah. Instead, now that I know it as an adult, that I messed with his finances back then, oh, happiest of days. Oh, I miss it. I wish I could have done worse. Yes, I know, I'm a terrible person. But I want you to know, I remember seeing a post upon the internet at one point that said, I ain't never met a bald man that didn't deserve it. And when I saw that post, it resonated with me. Because that's exactly my father. He deserves everything bad. But that's just me, and everybody wants me to move on. But I'm a certified hater. Anybody born July 6th is a certified hater. Just look at 50 Cent. Certified hater. Me and him, kindred spirits in that regard. Certified hater. And that is exactly what I am. Hate people. Specific people, but damn. Hater. Huh, that changed. Everything seems to still be delayed. Poorly. Oh my god. I wish it wasn't this bad. It would be nice. Oh, what the frick? Oh, maybe it calmed down? I don't know. It's gotten really quiet over here, and now I'm a little self-conscious about speaking, because I'm pretty sure the other people can hear me, and I'm nervous. I get nervous very easily, but at least it's not so bad that my heart is jumping, pumping. I just get quiet. Ah, yes. The kidnappings of almost Or, well, the almost kidnappings. I was a mess of a kid, like I said. For fun, I would just run down and into a wall. At the store, sometimes, what is it? There's just a plain wall that was there, and they had an ice box. I would also just run myself into that because there was really nothing to do except for throw yourself into a wall. One time, there was a guy who, like, he came up to me and he was like, "Hey, do you want some ice cream?" I'm like, "Sure, I love ice cream." He went to the corner store. He got me some ice cream. He was like, "You're such a cute little girl." And I'm like, "Thank you." Because, you know, I was raised to be polite. He was like, "Do you want to come with me?" And I'm like, "No, thank you. I have to stay here." And he was like, "Oh, okay." Luckily, he just walked away after I said, "No, thank you." But that was a moment that happened. I got ice cream for free. No, it was not drugged because it was right there. And I mean, I didn't get sick afterwards. This was back when I didn't have, like, I don't know, lactose intolerance. I'm pretty sure I have that, but I have to actually test that. Anywho, that was just one potentially weirdo. Another one got extremely close. He was like, "Hey, you look so bored. Hey, I have a few children that you could play with." And I'm like, "Oh, yay. Yeah, just come with me. And you'll have snacks and other kids to play with. It'll be fun." And I'm like, "Hooray." And so I walked with him. But when I was a child, I hated walking. I did not like walking. And if it seemed too far, just by a little bit, I'd be like, "Ugh, I'm done with this. I don't want to do this. Somebody pick me up. Somebody put me on the cart. I don't want to walk." So I was following him. We went not that far. When you look at it, it's really not that far. I was just very dramatic as a child. But I walked with him, and just as he was leading me into, like, this alleyway, I was like, "I'm over this. I'm so tired. And I'm getting hungry. I should go back to mommy." And while he was looking away, he very much saw me following after him. So he didn't expect me to just walk away. I walked right back. Turns out it was probably a creepo, because I have heard stories from the past that there was a few creeps in my neighborhood. And then I found out that that area didn't even have kids at the time. So I was like, "Oh, well, good thing I got bored." And I went back. Yeah, I had been lucky. Just know that. Otherwise, that probably would have ended poorly for me at the time. But was not kidnapped. Perfectly fine. Did not see kids. Instantly bored. Went back. My mom finished at the time. She yelled at me because she was like, "Where were you?" And I'm like, "Well, somebody said that I could play, but I didn't see any kids, so I just came back." Did I get bonked on the head? Absolutely. But then I learned, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. I mean, she did teach me not to trust strangers, but I was bored. I was hoping I could find other people similar. What is another thing? Was I almost kidnapped again? No more almost kidnappings from then. But still within the same age range of this laundry, my eldest brother one time did come with me to do the laundry. I think, yeah, for some reason he came. I don't know why. But he was listening to music in the laundromat owner's car because we were that close with the laundromat owner. So he was just listening to music. He was rapping, stuff like that. And it had just finished raining, so I was just finding anything I can do. And I was wiping the water from the car. Just wiping it off with my hand, so on and so forth. It was something to do. I felt like I was at a car wash. It was like, hee, I'm having fun doing this. I'm car washing. My brother, he didn't notice I was there. And he closed the door to the car. And my finger got trapped. He just closed it right on my finger. And I was screaming. And he didn't hear me because he's listening to loud ass rap. I had to just pound on the window for him to acknowledge me. But because of my blood curdling scream, my mother heard me from the laundromat and she was like, so I had to be rushed to the ER. I still have my fingers, all of my fingers, even with bad shit happening to them. I just had like a cast on my index finger for quite a bit. He felt so bad. And I think he was punished for it. I can't remember. I do know that I did not like having that little cast on because it hurt. In general, the whole shebang hurt. Both of my index fingers are now effed up because my other index finger had been closed on by a door in school. So both of them are now like fat. And they crack a lot more than my other fingers, but I'm perfectly fine. I still have them. All of my stuff is attached. I'm very lucky in that regard. All of my stuff has just been luck. And I don't know how. But both my index fingers were at once encased in, like, you know, little finger cases. I don't know if you've seen them. But yeah. It's okay. The office net is always shit. It's perfectly fine. What else? Oh. It's still within the same realm, within that age range of I'm a stupid child. It was very dumb. I don't know how I'm alive. I really don't. Back then, me and my family, we would collect things and turn it into housing items. And I found a milk crate. It was empty. I decided to take it home to see if we can use that for, like, I don't know, something to hold toys or a bookcase. Who knows? I was with my older brother. So I have eldest brother who's the absolute eldest, then my older brother, who's the middle child, and then there's me. So I'm going home with him. I have the milk crate, I'm pushing it, whoopee-doo. I'm excited, we're gonna see about turning this into something. My older brother said, hey, you don't need to take it. Leave it alone. Put it back. But I'm like, I want to make this a thing. I don't know what we're going to make this into. I'm excited. So I'm pushing it along. Yippity skippity, happy, happy. And I bump the crate on the sidewalk. Because the sidewalk back then was just really, really bad. Like, you have to traverse that shit. The sidewalks were very bad. They've just recently fixed them. So I bumped the crate and I fell forward and hit my eye on the crate. I was bleeding. It was very bad. I didn't really see what happened, but it was very bad. I was screaming bloody murder. And this was at the time where, it was summer, so I had like a towel with me because, running into the sprinklers or stuff like that. Something with water. I can't really remember. But, I was bleeding very bad. My brother thought I lost my eye. He was very dramatic. We're all very dramatic. But he thought I lost my eyeball. So he put my towel on my eye. And he was hoping, oh, where is that eyeball? He was looking for my eye to see if it was gone. Well, I still had my eyeball in, so he was ready to say, like, okay, when we get home, tell them your eyeball fell somewhere. We couldn't find it. He really just started to make up a plan, trying to calm me down so that I stopped crying bloody murder. But it was not happening. I'm in pain. My eye hurts. It sucked. We left that crate, clearly. When I got home, I had to be rushed to the ER. And I had to have stitches. Yeah, I hate needles. I've always hated them. So, to get stitches near my eye was not fun. I had to get a whole other doctor because I took out one of the doctors. There was a male doctor who was going to give me the stitches. I kicked him straight up in the balls. And he was gone. He had to go in the back. He was done. What I remember was, I think about 4 grown doctors holding me down, along with my mother holding my head straight, while a female doctor now came to give me the stitches. Why was I such a strong baby? I don't know what happened there, but they need to all hold me down so I didn't kill anything or kick somebody. Was I going to figure out how to kick her in the balls? Absolutely. I don't know. But yeah, I had to be held straight just so I can get my stitches. I still have a scar on my left side. Is this my left? Yes, my left side of my eye. I was very, very stupid. Didn't listen to a lot of people, especially if it was my brothers. Eventually, I started to learn, let's listen to them. But instead, I ended up getting in trouble for listening to them. So that's just great. It was a lose-lose situation for me as a child. If I didn't listen to them, I would get hurt. If I did listen to them, I would get hurt. I don't know how this happened, but it did. It sucked. There was no winning. But those can be for another time. If we get to that. Anything else happened to me as a dumb youth? Dumb baby. You know what? I can't think of anything for when I was that tiny. Teeny tiny. Oh. You know how I said I was violent? So, yeah. I remember in my neighborhood, there was all matters of people's different yokai and so on and so forth. And they would see, there was older ones and younger ones. Then there's me, who's very young. One time, I was digging in the dirt. That was just something I did as a child. I don't know. I just started digging in dirt, messing with worms, finding roly-polies. That was just what I did. I didn't eat any of it. Why would I do that? That's disgusting. I just digged in dirt. And one time, like, I was digging in the dirt, another kid who was around the same age as me, he threw a bottle at my head. Yes, it was plastic, but he threw it at my head. And I was like, what the frick? At the time, I didn't say what the frick. I was like, ow, and I was crying, and I was mad. So I fought him. I was mad. Why would you throw that at me? What the hell? I'm here just digging dirt. So were you. Why did you throw a bottle at me? So I fought him. And the older kids saw this and they were like, oh, this is so good. Let's make them fight even bigger. So they picked us up, and it was kind of like a kaiju fight, because there were bigger kids holding us both up and they were having us fight each other. It didn't go well for that boy. Just know that he was bleeding, and his older siblings came out and were like, oh my god, what happened? Now every time he sees me, he's like, hey Luna, how's it going? It's been so long. Anytime I kick somebody's ass, they just, I don't know, they're so nice to me. I guess they're afraid of getting their ass kicked again. I'm nicer now. I'm calmer. I'm old. I'm too nice. I was just a hoodlum as a child. Especially because I was a thief at some point. Let me see, how long was I a thief for? Besides the store bit, we covered that. We have a ledger now. They were being paid. I just got snacks. But when I was going to school, I stole stuff. Think from first grade to third grade, I was stealing things. Yeah, I don't know why. In first grade, there was a girl who had to pay for lunch. I stole her lunch money, literally. I would take it just so I can get snacks. And the girl, it wasn't like I was bullying her, but it was bullying. Like, I wasn't threatening her or anything. I was like, hey, give me your lunch money so I can get some snacks. And she was like, okay, because she wanted to be my friend. So I was bullying in a sense of, I took the fact that she wanted to be my friend just so I can get snacks. And that's not like I shared with her either. And she didn't have lunch. Eventually, that got found out, and I wasn't able to take her stuff anymore just so I can get snacks. I can't really remember the whole situation because it was back when I was very small. But yeah. And later on, she did find me and she was like, oh my goodness, we should catch up and be friends again. And I'm like, I don't remember ever actually being friends, but okay, you know what? Yeah, let me make up for what the frick I actually did to you to take your lunch money. What the hell was wrong with me? No amount of cookies meant anything good for that. Like, you had no lunch. What the hell? I was a dick. Then, so I didn't have to go to like summer school. They did occasionally have after school stuff. And there was like certain classes that were separated by certain kids. And they had cuter stuff, like pencils, erasers, things like that, papers. And I was like, I want that cute stuff. I'ma take it. And everybody had their own desks and stuff, and you would put your stuff in there. So I just took random things. I would take like little pencils. Most of the time they had like little oh, I see it. I see your test. Yeah, I took like little pencils, little erasers. They had like these cute little animal things on it. What is the name of that character? Was it Momotaro? Is that his name? Momotaro. No. What is that little... Was it a bunny? I can't remember his name. It's not Momotaro, but it's something Momo. Because I think he was born from a peach. Something like that. Anywho, that was a popular character back then. He might have been a little bunny rabbit. He looked grumpy or tired. If I could just remember his name. But that character was popular with a lot of the students, and I took that a lot. Anything that had like a pencil on it, I took minimal things. That way, no one could say like, somebody took it. Who sat at this table? I took like one pencil from one desk, an eraser from another desk, some paper from somebody else's desk. Oof. Yeah, I was just a little thief. It was only until third grade that I stole like a little snow globe thing. It was a keychain. I stole it, I think, from the teacher herself when she wasn't looking, but she managed to find out and she called me out on it, and I'm like, uh-oh. I wasn't, in trouble, but because I got caught, I had stopped. And then I just stopped stealing from then on because she said she was gonna like tell my mom, and I'm like, my mother is scary. I'm not gonna deal with that. Yeah, I was just a little shit. And I feel like, all that just combined into bad juju for me that I have to pay off now as an adult. Hopefully, it stops and things start getting better for me in life, because right now, not great. So here's hoping. Ow. What to talk about now? Anything else when I was but a shitlin'? You know what? Yes. So those two friends that I was talking about, the boy that was my friend that has the tube, and then my best friend who had her father have his surgery. Now, the boy that's a friend, he is a Tengu. We've known each other since elementary school. At that time, it was silly. I didn't know about love. But for some reason, we supposedly dated. I was dating him. Once again, this was when I was really, really young. And the whole reason that I even had my best friend was because of this situation. So supposedly we're dating. It's not a thing, but I took it seriously because I was raised with Sailor Moon and love was real. But it turns out he was cheating, in a sense, in which he was dating my friend who is a ningyo. So she was, when she found out that he was supposedly cheating, she told me. And I was like, how could he? How dare he play with our hearts? We have to kick his butt. So, that's how we became best friends. We decided to chase him down and beat him up. And then we were just best friends since that time. And we were in every school since that time. And I think in every class, almost every class, even when we weren't in the same classes, we would be like, oh my goodness, yay! It was weird. Now, I'm still friends with said Tengu. We made up after kicking his butt. And then, we got really close. He can rely on me. That sort of a thing. Do I still believe in love? Absolutely not. That is not real. But he at least knows that I like Sailor Moon, so occasionally he'll give me Sailor Moon things, and I'm like, yay! Like, he gave me a Sailor Moon compact mirror, and he gave me a locket? No, a necklace. He gave me a necklace of the Sailor Moon star. So, I think he's making up for the fact that he did that. But also because I protected him so much during middle school. His life hasn't been great since then, but that seems to be for everyone. Everybody be having shitty lives since kid times. And I don't know why. It sucks. Everybody be having a shit time. And I'm hoping soon that it just stops. That things just get better. Everybody keeps saying it gets better. It eventually has to. So, yeah, here's hoping. I feel there is nothing else to cover youngest me, the teeniest, tiniest. I've covered that. Maybe there's more middle school stuff. I feel like that's where there's a lot more stuff, because that's where a lot more things popped off. For high school, there was really nothing. Nothing amazing. I mean, I did surprise the entire school once. Because obviously nobody takes musical theater kids seriously. They don't care for them. Even though this was a performance school, or rather an arts school. It was like the actor students were praised more, they were popular, so on and so forth. They were the ones who were liked more. And then you had the musical theater kids who were like, make fun of them. They're singing and they're dancing. And they think they can act. So, me, who has never really talked to people, only the musical theater kids knew what I was like, how I could be loud and all that stuff after a bit, and how I could be weird. I surprised the entire school, along with a few teachers, when I sang The Phantom of the Opera with a classmate of mine. And they were like, what the frick? Like, literally, we were doing a whole little showcase, the musical theater kids, because that's what we had to do. I don't know why. Everybody was sleeping in the audience, and I get it. The performances were not that great. But then there was me, who sang with my classmate, and they were like, oh, she has a nice voice. What's going on? And then, the Phantom of the Opera song has the high pitch business going on. I did that, and all the kids that were asleep woke up. They were like, yo, what? And then some of the teachers were like, oh, is that coming from her? Because I remember this still. The very next day, that after that performance, there were some students that saw me in the hallway, and they were like, damn girl, that all that came from you. And they were like patting my stomach. Where did you hide it? How did you do that? Why did you touch my stomach? What the frick? But they were all surprised. You had teachers who were now like, oh, it's you, Luna. Hi. And I'm like, how do you now suddenly know my name? What the frick? I don't even know who you are. And you're a teacher.